Is that these have become redundant. There hasn't been a penalty on this ground since April the 3rd of last year. Indeed, Brighton haven't had a penalty anywhere for 51 matches. But all things are possible these days for the Seagulls, going well in the league in spite of their current position and, of course, in the FA Cup. And a clear chance this afternoon for number 8, Jerry Ryan, to make the number 8 shirt his for next week's FA Cup semi-final at Highbury. One late change in the Everton lineup. Manager Howard Kendall has left out Steve McMahon. Kevin Richardson, who was at fullback on Monday, moves back to midfield as Gary Stevens is now fit. And for the record, Everton have had just 2 penalties this season. And the referee this afternoon is the experienced FIFA referee, the Welshman Clive Thomas. Everton this afternoon in a change strip, which is all white, and they are attacking the goal to our left. Team in mid-table. Kendall, their manager, saying their season was disappointing, but I think he feels that there are possibilities on this side. A lot has been learnt during the course of this season. Sharp. It's Heath who's gone to his right. Sharp in the middle. 3 more arriving. Chance for Stevens. Good save, he can get up. Ainscough looked like handball by Stevens, certainly but a penalty has not been given. Heath. Foster. And Ramsey in terrible trouble. He went to play the ball back to a goalkeeper who had left home anyway, and the ball going off Kevin Sheedy for the first goal of the afternoon. The comparison of dejection and almost embarrassed disbelief on the face of the scorer. Oh, there'll be a few more curious goals scored this season than that one. I just wonder what Jimmy Meader is feeling now, because really his right back has been, I think, greatly affected by the fact that he will not play in next week's semi-final because he was sent off last Saturday. His whole performance has been way below the standards of earlier games this season. To help out, Stevens as well. Grealish. Did he intend that? If he did, it was very good case. Stevens. Surely a shot in the air was from Grealish. And again there are appeals for a penalty. I think Grealish thought he was pushed from behind. Stevens, who let it go, allowing Grealish to make the shot. And now not able to grab it. The end of January. Here's Robinson. Norwich, one of those down among the dead men, but looking good. Even so, here's Foster. Stevens must be no. That man Arnold again. For so long, Jim Arnold had nothing to do. And now, without having to make flying saves, he's the man standing between Brighton and the desperately search for equaliser. Case, Pearce, Smith, Robinson, Foster, penalty has been given. Conscience was looking for it, and the hope of such an award. Complaints from the Everton defenders. But a penalty has finally been given here at the Goldstone ground. And the opportunity falls to Gordon Smith to save Brighton on this day at least. Smith against Arnold. Well, we haven't had one here for over a year, and now we have two. Wouldn't you believe it? And a booking for Bailey follows, I think, an earlier booking for Higgins. And the referee would also like words with Graham Sharp. Well, there's more conversation than football at the moment, and we wait for penalty number 2. The same participants will take part in the competition. Would he place it the same way, Gordon Smith? Yes, he does, and truly so. There is hope yet. Two minutes left, and Brighton are level. And scenes worthy of a championship win. And hang on a minute, it's another booking. But the flag's waving. You'd have thought a great deal has been won. But an end of a long run has come from the award of a penalty by Clive Thomas, the referee. Once it was saved, it was to be taken again because the referee said the goalkeeper moved. And Brighton now pray for a miracle of a second goal. Well, I suppose it should be said that fortune has favoured the brave because they gambled all. And here's Smiley. Stevens and Foster. Michael Robinson and Higgins. And Jim Arnold. We're into the last minute. On by Sharp. Foster didn't know he had it. Gary Stevens. Offside against Sharp. Everybody moves forward except Mosley. Howard Kendall looks very pensive. And one doesn't have to be too clever to guess his feelings on the matter. Bailey. His side has certainly been penned back in the second half. Free kick against David Johnson, who is, I believe, among the number booked. But it would be very difficult to be accurate about that, because the book was being shown to a number of white-shirted players. And there'll be a bit of time for Mr. Thomas to add on, I'm sure. The whistle has gone, the goal will not count. There was a push. Way outside the area. They're onside, and here's Heath, mostly back, parries with his right knee. And offside, no! Sheedy has done it for the second time, Kevin Sheedy. And they're stunned on the Brighton bench. Mosley denying Heath, and then Sheedy, as the defenders move forwards, suddenly Howard Kendall finds that his side are back in front. Hold on to it this time, it's the end. Seemed to be the message from Howard Kendall. And what an extraordinary end. From huge disappointment came high drama, and from high drama came what perhaps for Brighton will be total anticlimax. Having fought so hard to get back, in the end they're denied by Kevin Sheedy's second goal. And Everton go away with a 2-1 win. Nobody say a word, says the manager Howard Kendall. And Mr. Thomas walks off, going backwards. Smiles from Howard Kendall, but these are worrying moments for him. But his side has ended with the victory, and it's the other manager, Jimmy Melia, who will have to bite his nails to the end of the season, whatever happens in the FA Cup semi-final next Saturday. The final score, Brighton 1, Everton 2.
Howard, I've got good reason to believe that you knew before this match started that there hadn't been a penalty on this ground since April of last year.
Barry, you told me about it. I mean, we talked before the match and we thought, well, Clive Thomas is the referee today. They haven't had a penalty here for a long time. What are the possibilities of one today? And you've seen one. We've seen two.
What was your reaction to the original verdict?
I thought that Mark Higgins stepped in. I don't know which Brighton player it was, but he stepped in his way. I thought it was a little bit harsh, looking at it from where I was. But he elected to give a penalty.
And on the retake, did you know what the reason was for the retake?
I think the linesman signalled, actually, that the keeper had moved. But it was a tremendous save. A little bit unfortunate, so near the end. We've had enough chances today, really, to kill them off, and he won one a minute to go, or less than a minute to go. But we battled back and we got the winner.
What was your feeling there at 1-1?
At 1-1, we thrown it away, didn't it? Oh, dear me. We're going to have a good trip back, and we're going to think about it. But, I mean, there was no need for the last couple of minutes. I mean, we'd finished the game off. We should have finished the game off. But I'm delighted. We're still in the group. We have a chance of qualifying for Europe. I believe so. With 4 home matches and 2 away matches left. So I think we've got a slight advantage on the rest of the group.
Bit of sympathy for Brighton?
No. No, I stood here with Ron Atkinson, I remember, a few weeks ago, and he said, well, do you feel sorry for Everton when we lost in the last minute of a quarter-final? And he said, no. I wish Brighton all the best next week, but I've got a little sneaky for Mick Lyons walking out at Wembley, and I'd love him to do that.
Yeah, a few Everton players will go along with that.
Yes.
Howard, thanks very much.
Pleasure.